You see all the facts that your friends overlook, so always be proud. You can say.
So one of the most important things they're always asked about is the rag on our heads. Why do we wear that thing? The Quran itself says why we cover our hair. What does the Quran say? To identify ourselves as being Muslim. That's number one, that we would be recognized. We put this on. This is an act of truthfulness, all right, so that everybody will know that we are Muslim women. We want everyone to know that we are Muslim women. We are proud of being Muslim women. But then this says a lot, too. See, what this tells everyone who sees me is what stands before you is a woman of enormous strength, enormous courage and integrity. This woman will not lie. She will not cheat. She will not deceive. She will be the best employer, the best employee, the best friend, the best advisor, the best counselor. That's a Muslim woman. You can trust her. And it's a warning. Oh, yeah. It looks up here and it tells to everybody what stands before you is a woman who knows her worth. She knows her value. She is not a toy. So don't even try to play with her. This is a woman you take serious. See, my hijab lets people know straight up front that I want to be set apart from everyone else. I want you to know who I am. And this is what you have a right to expect from me, and this is what I will accept from you. Therefore, when you come near me, leave your profanity somewhere else.
And when you study Islam, even when Islam is taught to you by somebody who hates Islam, as long as they don't corrupt it too far, you can still see the truth in Islam.
In the Islamic culture, I found a lot of people that I feel like it's a family to me.
When people see the truth of Islam, it can change them if they want to be guided. If they want the truth, it can change them.
Read the Quran, read it again, read supporting literature. Couldn't believe what I was reading because the Quran makes it perfectly clear, crystal clear, that women are equal in spirituality, worth and education. And as a feminist, I found this quite breathtaking.
Don't know about you, I know about me. I'm proud to be rolling Islamically. Everywhere I see people talking trash.
The concept of freedom and liberty of each individual person and the rights of each person, and that's all wrapped up in the theological teachings of Islam as well.
You were Catholic?
Yes, ma'am.
What made you convert?
You know, I was studying different cultures and different religions, and I realized all of a sudden that I had all these prejudices towards Muslims that I hadn't even known.
Prejudice like what?
Like, I thought that they were violent and angry, and, you know, they oppressed women. You know, the typical misconceptions about Islam.
Right.
And what I came to find out, it was completely the opposite of all of that. And it really attracted me, and it spoke to my nature. And so I just, you know, I just figured that if this is what I feel, then I should be Muslim too.
What were the key points that attracted you about Islam?
Just the connection with God. You know, you pray 5 times a day and reestablish that connection with your Creator. And, you know, just the modesty and the humility, and it was a lot of different things, I think. And really learning about Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, was just reminded me so much of what I learned about Jesus, and, you know, his patience and tolerance towards all people. And it was just amazing.
Don't ever frown with your head looking down. If you read the Quran, you're the best in the town. We're back on the scene, the #1 dean. I'm proud to be down with the Muslim lean. And you step it up, that I am the world now.
The thing was that I noticed with Islam is that intellectually it was what made sense. I do really get analytical, and looking into all the other religions, it was just like there was no original text. and I found Islam to be even more accurate as far as the history and the original scripts and the original text.
I went to my mom and I told her that I was studying Islam before I converted, that I was interested in it, and I think she thought, oh, maybe it's just a phase, I don't think she's really going to do it. But when I told her I've converted to Islam, she realized, you know, I was serious about it. But one good thing is that she was watching me go through the changes. She saw me before and how my life was, and then she saw me after changing. She saw me dressing differently. She saw me stopping all of the haram things that I was doing, and she realized like that when I converted to Islam, I was closer to God, and that's what made her happy. You know, if that's what brought me closer to God, then she was happy.
So you will be quitting showbiz?
Yes, actually I have quit. It's been like 8 months since my last appearance on TV. Islam is a way of life, and when you become a Muslim, you start to know what your purpose really is. And your purpose in this world is just to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that's it. And you know, before, you know, I see a lot of kids my age. They are so pressured with everything from, wow, I'm so close to Allah, and I felt so, you know, I'm such a sinful person, and yet Allah invited me to His house. I'm so close to Him, and you know, I felt so lucky because just to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I'm just so happy to be a Muslim. Alhamdulillah.
So what you see is Muslims practicing the commandments, and you see people claiming the commandments but practicing something else.
Don't you see the oppressions that we got going on? Or are we too blind that this dunya has got us too far gone? That's why today we gotta stay on Quran and Sunnah, so that one day we may create a better future.
But we should, you know, continue to expand our learning, not just by listening, because it's a little bit easy come, easy go, but please go back and do some more learning. What about the preservation of human dignity, the ability of a human being to express their value in public life, to use the gifts, the intellectual gifts they had, the gifts for service, the gifts to give to the community? What about the need to preserve religion itself? Because when religion is used as a tool of control, then people will turn against religion. So this is a simple demonstration.
I can't go back to that life. I would rather just, you know, have my Muslim family and have God in my life, the real God, the true God, not a bunch of man-made, you know, rules and regulations. And their religion caused me so much pain, and this one doesn't.
اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا.
This day I have perfected your religion for you, and have completed my favor upon you, and have chosen for you as religion Al-Islam.
نعمة الإسلام. الحمد لله الحمد لله الحمد لله على نعمة الإسلام. الحمد لله